That's us. Aneta and Krzysztof. Hi. We've chosen Challenge 1. Here's our idea. We have started with analyzing the needs of our stakeholders: elders, people with mobility limitations, people with kids, and local entrepreneurs. We've looked for inspiration, so we found Gunnar, Winkel, and Fitzstrat. And that's how our new idea was born. The idea itself sets on 3 pillars. First, it's co-creation. We build it with citizens. Second of all, it's flexible during implementation after that. And then we use urban experimentation. Saski Park and Litewski Square, 2 very important places for the most of citizens of Lublin, at the moment are completely disconnected. That is why we've focused on Krakowskie Przedmieście Street, the street with a huge potential to become a connection between those 2 meeting places. Inspired by Dutch practices, we would like to show the street with the space for all users. The main change is one-way car traffic on 2 parts of Krakowskie Przedmieście Street. Driving from 3 Maja Street is allowed only to Ewangelicka or Chopina Street. Driving from Aleje Racławickiej is also allowed only into the direction of Ewangelicka and Chopina Street. These changes also influence the traffic on the streets close by. The traffic from Ewangelicka to Chopina Street and another way around stays the same in both directions. Buses are allowed to drive in both directions. Micromobility users are allowed to ride in both directions as well. The speed limit on the street is 20 km per hour. The main principle is giving the priority to micromobility users on the road. The car is a guest on the street. Another very important change is adding a green buffer between drivers and pedestrians. The goal of this buffer is not to separate the users, but to create the space where their needs come together. Depending on the services available in the buildings, most of the modules in the buffer can be adjusted to the current needs. It can be a place to relax with some tables and seats, bike parking, short-time car parking, or green area. The idea is to create modular, easy-to-change elements which can integrate with each other and the surrounding. We want to give a voice to everyone in this co-creative process. Our solution is flexible, based on the idea of practical urbanism and urban experiment. With the involvement of citizens can be implemented and tested very soon. Includes short-time car parking spaces, but also temporary closing the street for traffic. Since we want to involve citizens in the creating process, the street is going to change in stages, and some parts of the solutions can be implemented in the streets. We don't want to ban car traffic in the city. We're going to give the opportunity to choose another means of transport, which is easier, more pleasant, and accessible.